Hello there, this is DBT and this Art of Rooms. And alright, let's continue playing some more Asphalt 8, and today I'll be doing a multiplayer protest of the car that you see on the screen right now, and that is of course the Bugatti Voiture Noire. And that is because, well, currently there is a car hunt for this thing, and well, maybe this can help you to decide whether or not you should go for it, if you should pay the premium or not. But alright, before I jump into it, you know what to do. If you like my content, please hit the like button on this video and subscribe to the channel, because doing those things help the channel to grow. As I've said before, the more likes that a video has, the more likely YouTube is to recommend this to other people. So go ahead, do it for DBT if you would like DBT to continue making these videos. But alright, so like I just mentioned, this is a current car hunt, and in case you haven't paid attention to it, well, it's about to win. By the time this video is coming out, there's still some amount of hours for this to be picked up if you want to go for it, which of course, being a car hunt means that you need to pay the premium in order to unlock the car in the very first tier. Over here, it's a $19.99, that's a $20 thing, as every car hunt is nowadays, and in tier 1 you would be able to unlock the car if you pay the premium. On the free lane, probably you still get the DSE 10s, I'm not 100% sure, I haven't even checked, I'm just not interested on that anymore. Well, not that I was ever super interested on that car, but you know what I'm saying, it's been the same for a long time, so who cares. But alright, so what does it do with the car? It's an 1862 car, obviously that's the Class S, and this is amongst the highest ranks in the game. In fact, other than the Koenigsegg Jesko Absolute that completely broke the rules of how Gameloft had designed the brackets, this is the highest rank in the entire game, so this should tell you this is one of the best cars in the game. Or is it? Now we're gonna be playing with this car in multiplayer to see, well, how good or bad it performs. It is Classic Series, so let's jump in and we can talk about the performance of the car. Ooh, and the game is like, okay, let's test it in a long track. But okay, how does this car perform? Good. Is it one of the best cars in the game? I don't think so. It's a very good car nonetheless, but it's not insanely amazing. I'll talk a bit more about the good, the bad, or at least what I have from my limited experience with this car, because here's the thing, I've had this car for the longest time and yet I've barely driven it. I've driven it a couple of times here and there, from time to time when I do like a Halloween theme or all black car situation, I don't know. Sometimes I drive it, but it's not like I have a ton of experience with it, but as usual, that is kind of the purpose of these videos, to test the car in a multiplayer environment and try to determine whether or not it is a good or a bad car. Now, I'll tell you right away that at least it's not a bad car, that is for sure. It accelerates very nicely. I'm not gonna say that it's king level of acceleration, but it's definitely on the very good. Oh, come on, dude, you were going for the one in the middle. And now I'm out of nitro, and that dude knocked me down. Fantastic. Well, that is just the risk of this track always. I don't know why they made this whole section so insanely devoid of nitro, but hey, whatever. So yeah, overall, the acceleration is definitely on the very good side. So it is a strong accelerator, though, again, not necessarily a king or anything. And another thing that I kind of have noticed about this car, and I could be wrong about this, because remember, all of my quote-unquote reviews are extremely subjective. But it does feel like the nitro is pretty alright in this car. The perfect nitro seems alright. The triple tap actually seems on the stronger side. And wow, that was that dude going on a very strange route and he was pushing me. Yay. Alright, 6th place, but that was because of the knockdown. Had it not been for that, I think this would have been a much better result. So don't think that this is a car that will only give you 6th place. Well, if your DBT is likely. But alright, I got defeated by a bunch of things and I defeated a couple of things. Once again, this race doesn't tell me a whole lot, so let's just get to the next one. Alright, another chance to maybe do something half decent over here. But yeah, overall, as I was saying, it does seem to be a pretty alright car. It drifts okay. Again, I don't believe it's anything insanely amazing. I think the main problem that I used to have with this car, which is what disappointed me when I played it back when, unless I'm mistaken, but I don't think I am, that this is a wall climber. That is to say that if you happen to be riding a wall because, I don't know, someone pushed you towards a wall or whatever you did a very bad drift or whatever, this car does seem to be the one, the type that goes and does a wheelie situation on the side and then suddenly you wreck. So that's what I mean by wall climber. So that is definitely, oh god, I'm fine. That is definitely not something fantastic. That makes it a little bit unreliable when you find yourself in a position like that. And by the way, that's not only in those situations. Also, if someone pushes you against the wall and they continue pushing you, there's a chance that your car will decide, well, I guess I'm just gonna climb the wall and wreck. So that is not great. So I do remember that's one of the things that disappointed me about this car. And I remember being disappointed about this car in general because, oh boy, Now, I'm gonna go into a little bit of my recollection of the history in Asphalt 8, though some of this information could be wrong because, hey, my memory isn't the best. But I do believe this was one of the few cars of this rank of 1862 when it was released. Now, another one that was in this rank was obviously the Koenigsegg Jesko, but not many more, not that I can remember. All right, so we got defeated by a lot of things. I got a 6th place again. Wow, is this gonna be the number of the beast type of races? Because it's all 666. Huh? Get the reference? Someone had to get the reference. All right, that went terrible again. So, oof. So I think that at the time there was also the Koenigsegg Regera. Maybe when even the 300 Plus was already there. So yeah, there were already 1862 cars, but what caught my attention about this car is that, well, there weren't that many, and being of the rank of 1862, which is, or at least was, the absolutely highest rank in the entire game before the Koenigsegg Jesko Absolute was a thing, and they broke the rules by adding it at 64, but whatever. I thought, wow, this car is gonna be amazing, isn't it? So I actually remember going premium for it, because I thought, oh god, oh, I'm fine. I thought, did you see how the car was kind of wanting to climb the wall right there? I'm telling you. I did think that this car was going to be good. Now, that's not to say that it's a bad car, like I just said, but, you know, I had very, very big expectations for this car, and I felt back then like it didn't deliver. Now, granted, this was a DVT from I don't know how many... You know what? I'm gonna do a thing. Yeah, I did it! I slowed down on purpose just to get a 3rd 6, I'm telling you. I'm gonna title this the number of the beast or something, because that's 3 6s in a row. I mean, the 6th place, but there you go. Oh man, this is cursed. I'm telling you, this car is better than what I'm making it look like, but you know, that is the point of this video, is to, well, just show you skill issue by DBT. There you go. You know what? I just realized what the problem is. It's because I'm driving the car in black. Yep. That's why I'm losing the races, of course. Why didn't I think about it? Anytime that you drive a car in black, it's like slower and worse. Totally. Totally real conclusions by DBT. But yeah, anyway, what was I saying about the car? Oh yeah, that I had very high expectations, but this was DBT from the old times. So DBT didn't know much about the game. Not that DBT knows much more about the game now than I did back then, but at least a little bit I do. So anyway, the point is that this car, it is, like I said earlier, oh boy, it is a good car. You just gotta be careful with it to not hit the walls too much, because otherwise you're gonna be climbing them. Ah, damn it, why is everything going random today? But yeah, whatever. Should you go for this car? I don't know. If you like it, go for it. But other than that, I don't think you don't necessarily are gonna be needing this car. But there you go. Oh, and like I said earlier, I do believe that the nitro is on the good side, so there you go. But I did want to mention the thing about the name of this car, because, you know, La Voiture Noire. That is French for... I know some of you French speakers know, and some non-French speakers know as well, because you know about this car. But yeah, this literally translates to the black car. That is the name of this car, the black car. So I just remember that, obviously, because I just mentioned that I have it in black. Yeah, you can paint the car over here. It has a secondary color option, which is dark blue. But yeah, I'll show you that after I do some tests, like drift tests and whatnot. And I'll give you some trivia about this car, because it's interesting to know a little bit about the history when it comes to this car. All right, so I got defeated by a Faraday Koenigsegg 1.1 CM, but I did beat all of that other stuff. So, like I said, drive it well, you're gonna do pretty well. Again, just stay off the walls, because that's not gonna be pleasant. That's my conclusion when it comes to this car. Spiral drift test, let's go! Yes, we're gonna test the drift of this thing. I do believe, like I said earlier, that it's goodish drift, but nothing necessarily amazing. But let's see, I don't know, could be wrong. That's actually pretty good. I had to do a little bit of releases here and there, but in general, it was pretty good. All right, I'm gonna try a second time. Hopefully I can do it a little bit better. Not that oh god. One and a half releases there. So yeah, it's very usable. It's not the sharpest drift out there, but it's absolutely very useful. So there you go. And rather than useful, I meant to say use. Oh, I forgot the word already. Usable. There you go. Usable. But yeah, there we go. This side, however. Yeah, I've always said that this side feels assisted. Look at that. Absolutely no problem. So there you go. Oh, look at that. Black and black. Interesting, man. Gotta say that silver lighting in black looks kind of dope. But yeah, I was able to out-accelerate it no problem, so there's one attempt. And here comes the second attempt. There you go. Got a little bit on the way, pushed me ever so slightly, but hey, should be close enough. The first attempt was super clean, so there you go. And as I said that, I realized that I'm not happy with having a clean and a non-clean one, so let's try to go for a second clean one. Fantastic, there you go. Perfect. I don't know why in the other one it got in the way, but hey, there's a second one. I think the time was good, so there you go. Now we can continue testing this thing in multiplayer proper. Now, if someone is too deep into the lore of this car, you might be thinking, wow, DBT did a horrible thing. It's a sacrilege what he just did, painting the car blue when the car is obviously called the black car. So why blue, DBT? Well, because at least it is in black, so now I'll actually get good results. You just wait and see. Huh, it's like deja vu, like the very first race that we did in this video. Now we're back in Tokyo Forward, so that'll get interesting with my totally not properly black car. Yeah, but why is it called the black car? Why that really simplistic name? Because, you know, normally Bugattis go for fancy names like the Chiron or the Veyron, you know, fancy names, the 110, whatever, right? Why a car named the black car? Well, there's a story behind that, and I'm gonna shut up for now. Let me see if I can get something half decent. Oh God! And as I said that, I mess up the... I'm fine. Well, I guess this gives me the perfect opportunity to talk about the history of this car. All right. So what happens is that this car, it's actually, first of all, it's a one-off, meaning there's only one single Voiture Noire. Technically, there's two. There's like a prototype version that doesn't actually have a W16 engine. It's more like just like a husk of the car. I think it has an electric motor or something. It was just like the proof of concept, right, in terms of how it would look. But whoa, did I just not? No, I don't think I knocked them down. Okay. But yeah, no, there's like a proper car. There's only one single one of them, and it's actually one of the most expensive cars. Oh God, in the world, at least newish cars, because this thing sells for something, or sold for something like $18 million. Yep. It's ridiculously expensive now. Why is this car such a big deal and all of that? Well, it's because it's a reference to a very, very old car from the early days of Bugatti. Because in case you don't know, Bugatti, as you know it now, is not the Bugatti that it was in the early 1900s. 1920? No, must have been a little later. I don't remember the year exactly, but we'll get to it. But look, I got a 5th place, so technically that's better than the last time so that I did this same track. So technically it's an improvement. I'll live with that. I'm able to sleep with that idea. That sounded bad. What I meant to say is I'm able to, you know how they say, how can you sleep with that? You know, like meaning, how are you able to sleep with, oh man, this sounds so bad. Whatever, forget about it. Isn't it like, how are you able to sleep at night? Something like that. That's the question. It's like a rhetorical question. I don't know how to pronounce that. But anyway, whatever. The point is, so back in the 19-whenevers, Bugatti went bankrupt at some point in the 1900s. So that's why I said that it's a different Bugatti, because it was brought back to life around 1990 or something like that. I don't remember the exact year, but whatever. In the olden days of Bugatti mostly made super luxury, gigantic, absolutely gigantic vehicles. And well, I guess to a certain degree they still do that, huh? But anyway, so they created this model called the, oh God. No, it wasn't called the, oh God. Hold on. It was the Type 57 SC Atlantic, is that right? Yeah. Type 57 SC Atlantic. It was a ginormous beast of a car, and there were 4 of those cars built. Only 4 of them. And, you know, some people bought them and all of that. But the 4th one was completely lost, and that was a black model. I don't know what the other colors were, but the one that was never accounted for, that people don't know where it ended, it was the black car. Huh? Get it? The black car. So that is why this is like a homage to that lost 57 SC Atlantic. The black one, the black car, does the Voiture Noire. So yeah. That is why this car is called that. That's why it's a reference. It's a one-off. In the same way that the actual black car of the Type 57 was unique in the sense that it was the only black one. Because like I said, the other ones were other colors, so I don't even know what other colors there were, but they were not black. That, at least that I know. And I actually believe that the one LVN that it's out there, the proper model, was bought by, I believe it's a football player or soccer for American viewers. Yeah, I think it was a soccer player who bought it. But yeah, so that's basically just a little bit of trivia that I wanted to give you about this car. Now, I don't know why I'm having such skill issues in this video. I promise you, this car is actually pretty alright. Like I said, it is a good car. I just seem to be having terrible luck and massive skill issues, so that's not ideal. Oh, look at that! Now, that is just a straight up bad luck. That they pushed me in the exact way to get me flying over that. Man, should I just redo this video? I don't know. I'm not gonna redo it. I've been recording this for long enough already, so no. But yeah, like I was saying, it is a good car. But like I also said, it's nothing straight up amazing. So whether or not you should go for it, the answer to that question really depends only in if you like Bugatti as a brand and you want to collect them, or if you in particular like this car for, oh god, any other reason other than the performance. Once again, I reiterate, despite these terrible results in all of these races, the car is actually pretty good. I was doing warm-up before I even started recording this video. I was playing Master Season. Now granted, Master Season is always easier, but I was playing with this car precisely to warm up into it so that I would, by the time I started recording this video, I was already like, oh yeah, I know how to drive this car. But like I said, I'm just having skill issue plus bad luck plus randomness in the multiplayer is resulting in terrible situation. Look at that, Bumblebee proving that the Voiture Noire can beat a couple of Jesco's absolutes. So maybe he's doing a better job than I am, so cheers for that. But yeah, legit, it is a pretty alright car. And here's something that I've mentioned before in relation to this car. Not that it matters for anything related to this video, I just thought that it was interesting to mention it. This is one of the yin-yang parts of the Bugatti yin-yang, as I consider it. So what I mean by that is that, you know, this is the black car, but there's another Bugatti that when it was released, it comes in white and it also looks super dope. Because don't get me wrong, by the way, this is a very cool looking car. I really like how this car looks. It's only that in black it doesn't show up very well. But yeah, so there's the Bugatti 110, and that car not only has white, but I guess this car not only has black, but you know what I'm saying, right? So this car releases in black and the other one released in white, both of them pretty nice. What was that? This, oh my! Sometimes the world is just against you. Does this car have physics issue? That is something that I hadn't considered, to be honest. Whoa, did I just knock him down? Sorry, buddy. But look at that, I'm on fourth place again. How am I getting only 6th and 4th places in this video? I don't understand. But anyway, yeah, honestly, I don't know if it has physics issues, but man, that weird jump in the China ditch was absolutely nightmarish. It did a little tiny jump that sent me flying to the weird other side of the bank turn. So, yep, maybe this car is indeed cursed. I don't know, but look at that, it's another 4th place. So it's also sorts of evil, I suppose. You know, 666 and now 444. You know that 4, it's an unaliving number in Japanese, I think. I'm not. This has nothing to do with Japanese. I'm just looking for numeric significance on these weird coincidences. But anyway, bottom line, like I was saying, I like to think of the 110 and this to be the opposite side of the Bugatti thing, whatever. Whatever, it doesn't matter, I'm just saying. But yeah, so I don't know. Did I help you in any way to answer the question as to whether or not you should get this car? Probably I did not do a very good job at it. Again, I don't know why I'm having such bad luck today, but it do be like that sometimes. And like I always say, it's important for me to always record every single race that happens. Once I start recording, unless there was a false start in a recording or something, because oh boy, that happens a lot. But generally speaking, I do tend to show you whatever happens, because that is the point, you know. Everybody knows that DBT has skill issues, so hey, how good is this car in the skill issue hands of DBT? So yeah, I don't know. I think it's a good way of putting it to the test without, you know, only showing first places, because I could always, you know, record for a long time, and it would take me a long time until I got a bunch of good results and only show you that. But to me, that is completely useless. It doesn't help I don't think it helps to create an opinion as to whether or not this is a good car or if you should go for it. And I lost my first place. How did I get third place? I don't know. But yeah, overall, like I said, it is a very, very useful car. So there's your opportunity to get it if you want to get it for $20. I believe it's a relatively uncommon. Oh, see, even the AI is gonna get stuck on the China ditch. There you go. It's out. And oh wait, it stayed out. Lovely. Sometimes it just gets completely stuck over there, but whatever. So yeah, I do believe that this is a fairly rare car, so there's not a ton of opportunities to get it. So if you really want to get it, this is your chance. But alright, if you enjoyed this video, once again, hit the like button, all of that good stuff. And if you want to get a hard opinion, you need to leave me the key phrase, which for today is going to be a rare and expensive tribute to a long lost relic of the old Bugatti brand. And I'll see you next one. Bye bye.